Alright, so now that you have Kali Linux installed on your Raspberry Pi, there are a few things you want to do first. If you haven't already noticed, your applications are pretty limited, but later on I'll show you how to install the full version of Kali. And right now I'm actually using VNC Viewer. This makes it so that I can access my Raspberry Pi remotely from my desktop computer. This makes it easier for my viewers and for recording purposes in general. But if this is something that you're interested in installing, you can check out the description in this video, and I'll provide a link either to another video or my website that will go over a tutorial on how to get VNC Viewer set up. But let's move on, and we'll open up a terminal, because one of the first things you want to do is reset your password. So type in PASSWD, and then you want to enter your new password, and then confirm. Alright, so we have our password updated. And now after we have all that done, we want to make sure everything's updated. So apt-get update. Now after this updates, normally you'd want to upgrade as well. But I found out that you want to resize the partition first, because originally when you first install Kali, it installs between 6 and 7 gigabytes on your SD card, and it actually only leaves you with around 3 gigabytes left. And if you upgrade, normally you would just type in apt-get upgrade. We're not going to do that right now, but upgrading sometimes could take up possibly more than the 3 gigabytes of data that you have left on the SD card. So you could run into some problems. So first we actually want to resize the partition, and in order to do that you want to install gparted. So apt-get install gparted. And yes. Alright, so gparted is installed. Now we want to run it. Just type in gparted. Alright, so as you can see, the size is 6.78 gigabytes, and it only leaves us with 3.10. So we want to resize that partition first before we upgrade or install the full version of Kali Linux. So as you can see, I'm actually using a 16 gigabyte SD card. Originally I started out with 32, but I ran into too many problems and I switched over to the 16 gigabytes. So if we want to resize this, we just select the 6.78, and then we go to resize, and we want to use up all of it. So just slide that all the way to the right, click resize, and then apply. And apply. Alright, so now we're using up all of it. Alright, so now that that's finished, we want to install upgrades, essentially. So just apt-get upgrade. Now it's going to give us a nice little list here of what we need upgraded. Okay, so 45.7 megabytes of additional disk space will be used. Alright, so now we want to select our keyboard configuration. Alright, so this is asking you if you want to restart the services during package upgrades without asking. I'm going to say no. Now it's going to ask me for permission to restart this. So I'm going to say yes. Alright, so now we have our Kali Linux installed, updated, and upgraded. So it's pretty much good to go. If you're interested in installing the full version of Kali Linux though, you're going to want to run apt-get install Kali Linux full. Now running this will take a few hours, just to let you know. It's a pretty large install. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. So as you can see, it is going to install quite a few different applications, hence the time that it's required to install this. So it says that after this operation, 3528 megabytes of additional space will be used. So if you have the time to wait for this, say yes and continue. Alright, during this install you will be prompted a few times for a few things that you need to configure, such as a MySQL password and a couple other things. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this, but if you have any questions regarding some of these configuration options, feel free to comment below. Alright, so this is asking for a MySQL password, so just put your password in there. It's going to ask to confirm. Alright, and then it's going to ask whether or not you want Mac Changer to be set up to run automatically every time a network device is brought up. So basically what this means is every time you connect to the internet via Ethernet or Wi-Fi, it's going to change your MAC address automatically. I am going to select yes. Alright, so the full version of Kali Linux has been installed. As you can see, all the applications, you have many more applications than what there were previously. So now we have everything installed and good to go on the Raspberry Pi. And thanks for watching, listening. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to use the fields below under the video.